Hello and welcome back to the Money Mastery Blueprint. I'm glad you joined us today. In this video we are going to be talking about tracking your expenses. By doing this we get a better understanding of your money coming in and out of your bank account. This way we can assess if we need to cut back on certain expenses. We are going to go ahead and use some examples from the last two videos. If you like to give them a watch, the links will be in the descriptions below. Let's say you have a monthly gross income of $4,000. As you can see on the slide, you have a number of deductions totaling $950. That $950 deductions minus $4,000 gross income will equals $3,050 is your take-home pay for the month. Now that we know what our take-home pay for the month is, we can start tracking our expenses. The first thing we are going to do is make a log of every transaction that we make throughout the month. A good practice would be to write down your transactions in a simple notebook, or if you like you can use an Excel spreadsheet as well. In this example it's January 2025. Starting from the left and moving over to the right column is the transaction number, the next column is the date of the transaction, next is a blank space, and the last column is the amount of the transaction along with a bracket with either an N for needs, a W for wants, or an S for savings and investing, and in parentheses what the money was used for. Each of the rows are filled out this way. Here is a helpful tip. After every transaction or at the end of the day, write down the transaction in your notebook or log it in your Excel spreadsheet. For the month of January, it looks like we tracked a number of expenses onto 3 Excel sheets. The first Excel sheet has 18 transactions. The second Excel sheet has 19 transactions. And the third also has 19 transactions, making a total of 56 transactions for the month of January. If you like, you can pause the video on each of the Excel sheets to see if it checks out. Here is a second helpful tip to help keep you organized. You could color code each of your transactions in your notebook or Excel spreadsheet. In our example we used green for wants, yellow for needs, and gray for savings and investing. Now step 2, after writing or logging all of the transactions for the month, now we are going to gather and group the transactions into needs, wants, and savings and investing. For our needs we have a total of 26 transactions. Based on the 50-30-20 rule, the 26 transactions for your needs should be at or below 50%. On this slide it shows the total number of transactions in 5 columns. The first column equals $571.34. The second column equals $621.78. The third column equals $311.52. The fourth column equals $521.84. And the fifth column equals $357.33. Bringing our total needs to $2,383.81 for the month of January. Now for our wants we have a total of 20 transactions, and again looking at the 50-30-20 rule, our wants should be at or below 30%. On this slide we have 4 columns showing the total number of transactions. The first column equals $66.44. The second column equals $61.64. The third column equals $55.49. The fourth column equals $86.65. Bringing our total wants to $270.22 for the month of January. Now it's time to calculate for our savings and investing. Again, based on the 50-30-20 rule, our savings and investing should be at or below 20%. There are a total of 10 transactions into 4 columns. The first column equals $36. The second column equals $36. The third column equals $36. And the fourth column equals $12. Bringing our total to $120 for savings and investing. Now step 3, we are going to calculate how much we need for our needs, wants, and savings and investing. Remembering that our after-tax income is $3,050 times 0.5 is equal to $1,525 is the amount to be allocated for our needs. Now, we are going to take our allocated funds for our needs, which is $1,525, minus what our actual needs was for January, which is $2,383.81. This equals negative $858.81. Our needs went over the 50% mark we set out for in the month of January. This could be due to a number of things. Some solutions could be to cut back on certain expenses, and maybe it's time to shop around for different car insurance or maybe even cell phone providers. Now let's go ahead and calculate our wants. Again, it's our after-tax income of $3,050 times 0.3, which equals $915. This $915 will be allocated to our wants. Now we are going to take our allocated amount for our wants, which is $915 minus what our actual wants for the month of January was, which is $270.22. And this equals to $644.78. Our wants was under the 30% mark. This looks like it is due to the high amount of our needs in the month of January. Now last up we are going to calculate for our savings and investing. $3,050 being our after-tax income times 0.2, which equals $610, should be allocated for our savings and investing. Taking our allocated amount of $610 minus $120, which is our actual amount for our saving and investing in the month of January. This equals to $495. Again, for our savings and investing was also short of the 20% for the month of January. Also due to a high number of expenses from our needs category. Now an important question would be, did we spend less than or more than our income? To calculate this we have to take our actual amounts that we spent for the month of January for our needs, wants and savings and investing. So that would be $2,383.81 plus $270.22 plus $120 equals $2,774.03. This the actual amount that we spent in the month of January. Now we take $2,774.03 minus $3,050, which is our income, equals negative $275.97. This means that we kept our spending under our monthly income by $275.97. It could be a good idea to move this money into your savings and investing. We are coming to the end of this video. It was packed with a lot of information. I recommend pausing and reviewing as well as re-watching the video to help absorb the information. I hope this video helps you get a better understanding about how to track expenses and see where your money is going and set limits for your needs, wants, savings and investing using the 50-30-20 rule. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.